Hey everyone, Nuno here, welcome back to New Grimoire. And on today's episode, we're going to continue to work on our oil industry. And it has been like for the last two episodes, we've been working a little bit on it, not full time. And this one is also not going to be full time. I don't really think that full time would work through the gameplay that I'm doing. I like to touch and feel a couple of things, not just focus on one only thing. And that's how I like to work on it. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be focusing on this area around here today. But before that, I want to look into the signature building. I've unlocked a signature building recently. I think it was last episode, if I'm not mistaken. In fact, if I go here, look into signature buildings, we have unlocked two industrial signature buildings, and these buildings, they will provide like a lot of jobs by just building those. But this one, for instance, the diary house, I don't remember if this building ever was rented, so there's no company in here. It should have a couple of jobs around here, but there's nothing. And if I go here, it says that this may be due to poor connections, which may be the case in here. You really don't have that much of a connection to here, to the highway or anything like that. Lack of customers, it could also be. I don't know if we have a lot of sales for that. And also, highland price or highland value. So, looking at land value, and we can see that here the land value is not very high. I'm not saying it's the cheapest, but it's not very high. And I don't know, maybe we need just to move these from here to maybe here to this industrial park, because then you would have a better way to export your goods than in here, I guess. So that's what we're gonna do. We are going to move the building. Maybe I should just build a new one. Maybe this one is already broken. That wouldn't be too bad. Let me just, maybe I'm doing this wrong and I may regret it. So I just delete it and I'm going to build it again. It doesn't have a price, so I think it's for free. It can have one, but I think this one is for free. And I'm going to place it in a location that has a good connection here. I was thinking here, but there's train tracks. I didn't saw them. Here we have these. I think this is the converter, electricity converter. In here, I don't want to place it because it's very near to the sewage land. We could just place it around here. I want to place it where the suitability is good. I want it to be in a good location. And I'm thinking this one in here would make more or less sense if we make it around here, like in that middle. It may take some space from these guys, but I'm not too worried about it for one very simple fact that the new economy update will allow us to build the upgrades of the buildings, of these buildings, even if there's roads. It doesn't need to be connected. It does not need to be connected in here. I mean, there's a range. I could build these upgrades, for instance, on the other side of the road, and everything would be fine. But here, I don't know. Either way, I just placed this building in here, this diary house, and what this does is it's going to I guess this is going to get all the raw materials, that means livestock, and it's going to convert them into food. And maybe that's also one of the reasons why it's not so good. I mean, we're not producing enough livestock. Yeah, I would say we would probably get livestock to then do all the processing into food, for instance, or something like that. But I'm not sure. Maybe placing in here, giving it a little bit of time, we will get new jobs. It is definitely better connected because it's not far away from the train or the cargo terminal. It's in close proximity, kind of. And it does have like a lot of empty area for not having too much pollution. And let's hope that this fixes it. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's a bug, or maybe I'm doing something wrong here on the city. But it is what it is. There's a problem in here also. I remember seeing these on the last episode. We are lacking educated citizens. Wow, educated citizens for this job in here. Um, okay, it's fine, I guess. Whenever we have one, there's the job is available. They will probably try to connect someone in here, and hopefully it should work fine. It does have highway connection. This is not a very bad location, by the way, but public transportation is needed in some of those things, and that's what we're gonna do on today's video also, but not here, but here. Let's go back to the initial plan. Brightwater Terrace. First of all, I want to connect this highway, and even though in here it's no longer a highway, I kind of want to connect the highway up here to these, somewhere around here. And that's kind of like the fun part of it. I have to buy a couple of tiles so that I can do the highway connection. And I think it's going to be a tunnel, because this is a big mountain, and I don't see us going all the way to the mountains. In fact, this is probably not a very good location. Probably the best location to do a highway connection would be around here. But I do want to connect through here, through the mountains. I would see that maybe there's a tunnel that goes all the way up here somewhere into this other region. Maybe it's unrealistic, I don't know. But I'm gonna buy these tiles. And we can see it's a big climbing up. I don't think it's gonna happen in a way that we thought it would be, but it is what it is, and I'm okay with that. We do want to build. Let's add resources. I kind of think we're gonna have to buy a couple more tiles. Yeah, let's buy a couple more tiles. I think this is going to be enough. I don't think these are the best tiles to buy, but when the time comes, if we need more tiles, I will unlock the mod so that we have access to all tiles in the map, and try to figure it out. All right, so let's look at how I want to do this. Good. And the biggest issue in here is going to be, the biggest issue in here is going to be maybe some of these going up, but I kind of like it, and it looks, in my opinion, I think it will look good. There's a problem here. It's probably going to take us some of our resources. Yeah, there's a little bit of a entry on the resources, but that's fine. By the way, let's also soften this part of the terrain, because why not? Not everything needs to be 100% perfect, but I want to soften this a little bit, so we have a better going uphill experience. It's crazy, but now we have a good highway connection through there. Well, that's not a highway, is it? It's not, but it will be. And it will be starting, I guess, from here up to the real highway, which I think it's up to here. Let me just zone in so everything looks good. And there you go. After that, it's a highway. There's already cars coming in. I'm happy for that. Oh, that's cool. Some of these curves are not working. I mean, I could even do something that is when you're going uphill, you should have a two-lane, car driving, whatever. Okay, so there's now a connection through there. I'm happy for that. Took a little bit more time than I thought, but I'm fine with that. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to build more oil rigs. And we need more of those jobs, so why not? Let's build another one. This one can be a smaller one. I think it will be fine if it's a smaller one. Even though it could be... I think it could be going up to here. I guess it's fine. This is going to be, like I said, a smaller rig, but... it's still going to be a business. They're going to still explore it as much as they can. They're probably not going to have that much of a business company here, but you know, we could just fill this entire area with these oil rigs. And by the way, let's just soften this a little bit. I know it's crazy because I ended up adding in here more or less water, but you know what, we can do that. Let's have another oil rig around here. I think around here would be making more sense. Let's see. I guess I would go up to here. And unfortunately, all these area in here is not going to be explorer, which is a shame. But this one, he will explore up to here. This is going to be a big oil rig. Yeah, trust me, it is going to be bigger. It doesn't need to be huge, but we'll come up to here, here, and here. It's overlapping something. Yes, it is. No worries. We can just take care of that. And there you go. Another bigger oil rig area. I'm not sure how much it's going to explore or export, but we are already seeing lack of labor for this region, so it means we are going to expand our little town. And I said it on the last episode, we are going to build row houses. Row houses in here, they will provide a couple of housing, which I definitely think it will help improve the density. It's not going to be in all houses, but some row houses in here will definitely bring more people. I don't know how many. They're not big. They're just 1 by 2, so they're not that big. They're not going to have that huge impact, I'm afraid. But this is the main road, so I think it should be fine. But we also need to expand. It's going to come to a point that we're going to have to start expanding these houses. And I guess some of these houses around here should also become row houses. These ones in here, which is kind of a shame, I guess. But it's understandable that these would eventually become row houses, and we're gonna go and we're gonna build, I think we're gonna build big ones, like 4. These ones are gonna be 4 by 4, and I think we're gonna start in here. And these guys in here, they're gonna lose their houses. It's a shame, but it is what it is, and it's gonna be for the better good of this community, this small town. Hopefully this is going to be enough for the jobs happening in here. And these ones are small. I don't want them small, so I want them big. There you go, bigger ones. It also means that it's gonna have more housing in here, which is good, and hopefully more people to work here in this industry, because this is something we need, and we need to make these profitable, and we need to make money out of it. Cool. One thing we need to add in here is a bus stop. We're gonna have a bus stop with shelter in the main road in here. I think this is a small town. I don't think it should have a 2-way, because the bus coming here is the same that leaves. So we're going to have, I'm thinking there's this mailbox. I'm thinking where I would have that. You can see that none of these businesses have big parking lots. In fact, they have small parking lots. They get in here. They would get in here. I would say that the bus stop would make more sense in front of here. So let's build this one with shelter around here. Why shelter? Because it allows... Is it too bad to be around here? In fact, right now I'm not sure if this was the best location. Let's go back and let's try to move it. In fact, let's erase it. I want to place it in a different location. I think here would make more sense. It doesn't close the views in here in this entry door. It would be too strange. In here it makes more sense. So in here we have this bus stop. First row house. So each one of these row houses is equivalent of 2 of these single houses in here. And eventually when they grow up, it's going to be better. And these ones, I think it's equivalent to 4 of these ones. So yeah, it's a win-win situation, I guess. And it's not too bad. I hope it's not too bad. At least I'm hoping. One thing I want to do is, I think it's possible. Let me see if it's possible. I kind of want it to be like that. If I do like this, does it add an... Yeah, I added a note, so the bus stop will have enough room for the bus to stop over there, and still we keep these parking lots near to these houses, because it's the only place they can park. There's no other parking lots in here. That's fine. Okay, next thing, we want to build a bus line, and a bus line that comes through here. Looking at the bus lines, we don't have that many bus lines. We have one that goes to the airport. It's a shuttle airport. We do have a blue bus line that goes from here. Maybe we could grab one of these bus lines. But I don't think that would make much of a sense. Okay, let's start a new one. Let's select a color. I guess we're gonna go with the kind of like the Bordeaux color, something like that. And let's just say we start here. You can turn around, it's not a problem. This is a big shuttle, I would say. It's a big shuttle bus, goes to the highway. I would probably like it to stop in very specific locations, I guess. But we only have a bus stop here. I mean, we could stop here. Sure, why not? And then we would... Could we stop here in college? I guess we could stop in college. And then we would stop here on this elementary school. And finally we would stop here on this bus depot. And then we would go back the same way around, stopping on the elementary school. This time I don't know if I would want to stop here on the college. No, I guess we would stop here on this other industrial park, and then we would go just back up. It's a big line, it's a big bus line. And when we would come here, we would go directly here. There you go. Let me pause this for a second, because I am thinking that we would go through this waypoint instead. So we would have a proper way of doing it. I'm pausing this because I want also to look into the bus lines. We just built this one, bus line 9, which is going to be B06. It's a big bus. 16 buses is impossible. 8 buses is already too much. Let's look at how much does it cost the ticket. $10 for the ticket. Honestly, yeah, let's crank it to $10. But 8 buses is way too much. We're not gonna have enough buses. It's just because it's a really long line, and you're gonna need to have all those buses coming in and out. I'm currently not sure. I think we have enough. We're gonna have enough buses going on and out. I'm hoping we will have enough. I don't think there's gonna be a lot of people using this bus line. So having 8 is already too much, but because it's a long line, yeah, it is what it is. But we can check it out later on into these bus connection and this bus line if it makes sense. If we, I imagine that eventually we are going to have something else around here. We're gonna have some other type of town growing up that we could eventually grow up it even more. All right, so last thing we're gonna do on today's episode is adding services to this small town. We don't really have much of a flat area, do we? We don't, but let's buy these 3 tiles in here. We have enough tiles, so let's buy these 3 tiles. The main reason why I want to buy these tiles is because I want to do a little bit of terraforming in here. And I want to grow up the town. And it will make sense. Trust me, it will make sense. Let's do a little bit... we can soft the terrain later. Let's build a bit more of this road. Let's turn off these ones. I think this should be fine. And I am kind of hoping that we can build a little bit more like that. And in fact, let's close this. Let's use a heli road. So it goes from here up to here and then connects to here. There you go. We open a little bit of this space around here. Oh, we can see that we're already waiting for an ambulance. Let's build a walking path through here, and let's turn off all that. Let's build this walking path. Should be fine. And I kind of want to build our first service, a medical clinic. And I think the medical clinic, it definitely makes more sense to be here, but it's too big. And it just won't allow us. We're probably going to lose a house. So that's not a problem. Let's pause the game for a second. Let's delete these houses. That's fine. Let's erase that. Let's build up this clinic. I'm not expecting it to be too big. There's a parking lot in here. That's fine. I'm not expecting it to be too big. We're going to select the operating district. I want it to operate on mostly Brightwater and airport. I think that's where we want. This is just going to be focusing mostly in here. By the way, let's just expand land a little bit so that everything is kind of like where we want it to be. We can then, you know, work out this slightly better. So this service is going to be working on Brightwater Terrace and the airport. Eventually it can expand to other locations, and that's fine. Let's unpause this. Oh, by the way, let's build... we can only build 1 row house. So why not build a big one? And like I said, this is 4 houses, or 4 households, so that's cool. This clinic also is going to get 12 jobs, which is really cool also. These houses, they may not like the noise that's going to come here, so this is going to create some kind of noise, I believe. Maybe not so much, but who knows. But we're going to build European looking housing around here, mostly around these parts. So let's go. They're going to be far more connected like that. In here I think I want row houses, and I do want, I kind of want a walking path through here also. That's fine if there is trees, I'm fine with that, but, and I kind of also want, if I'm going to build row houses, I want them to be facing this part, and in here we're gonna leave it empty for the time being. Let's build a couple of row houses. These ones are going to be big ones. There's going to be a lot of people coming in, and that's good. Commercial buildings around here are going to be... These ones are not going to lack customers. I'm pretty much sure of that. So the first service we've done was the medic. We also want a police station. Police station is also a big building. I'm thinking the police station does not need to be in this area, to be honest. I think we can build a police station maybe a little bit more down here on the hill side. We can then level up or make it, you know, work a little bit more with the land. I think this will definitely work slightly better It's going to be closer to the industrial part. We know that there's going to be a lot of problems here in this industry. This also is going to work the same way. It's going to be for the Brightwater Terrace and the airport district. It should be more than fine. And we also going to build a firehouse. It's really dangerous what we have in here, and without a firehouse it's going to be even more dangerous. I kind of want the firehouse to be around here, and there's a reason why I want it to be around here, because no, I don't want it to be around here. I really don't want it to be around here. The fire truck, if it has to go, it has to go this way around here, so it has to go to the city, back. This is a really bad location. I thought it was good, but it isn't. In fact, the best location is here. Why here? Because when the fire truck goes out, it goes to the roundabout and it has access to all locations. So if there's a fire around here, it goes to the roundabout, goes here, done. If it needs to go to the city, roundabout, city, highway to the city. If it needs to go to the town, to the small town, roundabout to the town. If it needs to go anywhere else, you know, it's the perfect location. Selecting districts to work, of course, Brightwater, airport. Those will be the main ones. I do almost want to connect Emerson End, but there's no proper connection at the moment. Although Broadcast and Emerson End would make a really interesting connection through here. Also because we have this huge bridge, and it could go under the bridge. And I'm starting to think if that's not a bad idea. You know what? I don't think it's a bad idea. I think we can cross it around here. We can see that we can cross it around here. And I think we would even... The way we're going to connect in here, it's going to be a very plain connection. It's like, okay, we're going to connect it on a... I would say... can we go it like that? Yeah. No. Here it's to... We could connect it like this, and we're just gonna go with a 90% way connection, which is, you know, it is fine. It is completely fine to do that. I'm not gonna say it's the best connection to the highway, but it is fine. And this way we now have a connection to here, hopefully. Let's just connect it like that. There you go. And now this is connected to a highway system. And having that in mind, the firehouse can also go to Emerson End and Broadcast. Easily could go that way. And even doing this, will this change the bus line? Yeah, it kind of does. Because now the return doesn't need to go all that way around there. Here is a bigger way because it goes to the Florence Industrial Park, but returning back, it can come from Broadcast, even though it does turn around here. That's fine. That's good. That's good. The same thing is going to happen then to the police station. I also want to do Broadcast and Emerson, and the clinic, Broadcast and Emerson. There you go. That was not a bad idea. That's awesome. Alright guys, so having that in mind, I guess we were going to unpause the game, of course, and let's... oh, I don't like this. Let's wrap things up for today's video. I'm really happy with the way it's looking like. I'm gonna let this grow up. Our monthly balance is huge. You can see it. We're making a lot of money per month from services and revenues. Did we change taxes? We didn't change taxes. Oh, by the way, let's look into here. Does it have a company? No, there's no company. Okay, guys, so if you do know how this works out, why we don't have a company in here, let me know in the comments down below. Either way, I think that's going to be it for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you guys on the next episode. Thank you for watching. Cheers.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin.
Increasing areas of forest are being engulfed by flames. The thick smoke rising from the fire makes the air dangerous to breathe. Citizens are advised to vacate any premises near the fires and remain